Hello, so as you might have seen the title, we're going to go through a vlog where we, number one, go for reviewing, and number two, collect some cash as part of a booking extension. So the point here is we're trying to show you a realistic day in the life of people that invest in property and how to run a business well, okay? So people that tell you when they're working on their business 7 days a week, 13-hour, 14-hour work days, that's only good if that's what your business needs. If your business doesn't need that, chances are you're being busy and not productive. So we like to be productive, and we'll show you exactly how we're doing that, okay? So, all right, so you're probably wondering, if you go into a viewing, why are you dressed not in a suit, right? And the reason for that is quite simple. We already actually know this particular landlord. Like, we've got a really good relationship with him. Funnily enough, he taught us kickboxing a few years ago. So it's something that, like, when you're wearing a suit, it's good for a first impression, stuff like that. But I'd say if you already know the person, you're already quite comfortable with them, they're quite comfortable with you, you can basically wear what you want as long as you feel good. And obviously look somewhat presentable. But that's the main thing there. Yeah, I'd say property is very much a people's game. And if you spend your time building relationships, so the funny thing about this, right, is yes, he taught us and yes, we know him, but we were out of contact with him. But he found us again through social media. We were posting basically every single day about property, and what ended up happening was his property was free. He likes the idea of being like a hands-off landlord and having someone manage the property for him. So what's happened now is we're gonna ideally take it on if it fits our criteria, and we'll be able to help him out. So that really is the power of social media. When I tell people to post and to be public about what they do, I really do mean it, on the basis that if you post a video and it only gets 20 views, right? Some people think that's a flop, but would you rather post that one video once and have 20 people hear it, or have to say that thing 20 times? You tell me. These are the clips of the property that we viewed on that particular day. Now, when we're out reviewing, what we check for is, number one, the general vibe. Is the outside, is the inside, is it clean? Does the property look good? If I was a guest, would I actually want to stay there? That's basically what we look for, and that's me. In one of the first bedrooms. It's actually a 4-bed property with like lots of sleeping spaces. So that was really, really good. And the condition was generally decent as well. Had a good amount of furniture, which we actually were allowed to keep most of it. So that was. And one of the main bits of advice I would have is make sure you ask the landlord exactly why it's up for let. So for us, we found out the landlord's been having some issues, and he just wants to be one of those hands-off landlords. Look at that cat. And for us, that's a great negotiating factor. So we're going to be able to use that moving forward, and we basically do it all the time. We teach it on YouTube, we teach it to our clients. It's the best thing you can possibly do. Ask the landlord why the property is available, and then use that for your pitch. And that's it for these clips. See you back in the vlog.
We've just finished the viewing right now. You should have seen some clips previously.
What the hell?
Yeah, you should have seen some clips previously. Now we're basically just going to go back, go through all the videos, go through all the pictures we have, consider the rent, consider the amount of people he actually sleeps, the area, all of that stuff. Proper do the correct due diligence to actually see if this is what the market needs. If it's not, we're not going to rush it, we're not going to take it. Simple as. If it is what the market needs, after we check and find out that it is, then we'll be showing a property tour quite soon. But hey, we need to sit down, we need to check first before we get excited. And now we're just going to go to one of our guests who's looking to extend for 20 nights, and we're going to collect that in cash. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Yes, everyone, so we just went to visit the property, visit the guests. We obviously told them that we'll be meeting them at a certain time, and we met them, and we thought it'd be good to obviously bring a gift, because, alright then, always treat your guests well, sort of thing. So they gave us the cash. This is for a 20-night extension, which we're very happy with. These guests, we checked the condition of the property as well. They left it in very, very good condition. So yeah, forever grateful, and love to treat our guests well. Anytime they had any queries or anything like that, we're always on to, we answered straight away. Our VA was very good with picking that up, and we made sure to let him know, because these guests were, when they booked, we asked them if they had a chance of them extending, and they said yeah. So you always make sure to treat them guests well.
It's funny, isn't it? It's like when you see cash and stuff like that, it reminds you of when you're like 10 years old and you get like in your birthday cards. I don't know if it's an Asian thing. Maybe it might be an Asian thing. I don't know. But you get like 20, 30 quid or whatever, and you start finding it about, taking pictures of it and shit, and thinking you're like loaded. So that's what this reminds me of. And I promise you, we're not like that. We're not trying to flex or anything like that. It's literally just to show you that we're in the game. It's what we do. Like it's what we do. And the reason that it's important that we even show you that is because direct bookings are really important, right? So a large part of our business comes from direct bookings, and that's for two reasons. Number one, you can only ever get a direct booking if you actually have a good property, and if your guest is happy with you and the service that you provide. So it's always good to know that guests are happy to extend, happy to stay with us and happy to take out cash for us, because it means that we're actually good at what we do. When you're managing a property, you want to make sure that it's a win-win-win. So win for you in the sense that you get paid, win for the landlord in the sense that they get paid, and win for the guests in the sense that they get a good service and they are safe. So we're good at what we do, and that's a good feeling. And also with direct bookings, of course, those OTAs, they take a large amount of commission, which they deserve. You know, they bring a lot of traffic, they elevate our properties, which is great. But obviously, from a business perspective, you're losing 15% every single booking. And it's also, with direct bookings, you get to actually give customers better prices. If they were actually to book with us through Airbnb, which they initially wanted to do, like a second time, they would have had to pay a higher rate and we would have made the same amount of money. So now we've made the same exact amount of money, but they've got a discount. So it's literally better for them, better for us, better for the land, better for everyone, really. So that's exactly how we do direct bookings. And that's exactly what we'd encourage you to do as well as an Airbnb host. So that's just our two-piece from today. I'm hoping this vlog made sense. And in terms of, like, you're probably wondering what even happened on the back of that viewing earlier. And what we're going to do now, simply, we're just recording this vlog so we can get it wrapped up. But we're going to now really consider the area, really do some research, think about the numbers that we've been given, think about the potential. Because with this particular property, it's very nice and a very good spec. You'll see that from the videos. Obviously, you can't get a full idea of what it's like on the basis that there's currently someone in there. So we'd obviously have it at hotel standard. But we are just trying to figure out what best to do with the space, because there is a lot of space. There's a few things we need to figure out. If we can figure them out, we'll probably most likely take it. And if we can't, we'll be able to at least give the landlord a good recommendation of what to do with it. So that's what we always look to do. We always look for a win-win. So that's me. Is there anything that we need to add or anything that we need to discuss particularly?
Just stay tuned, see what happens with it.
Yeah, so if we do end up taking it on, we will basically vlog it, because we want to be... I don't think there's any series online right now of anyone showing them actually taking Airbnb on, right? So we're going to do it. We're going to show basically every single step, the viewing, why we chose X, Y, Z. We're basically going to give you a full, informative video fully for free online, just to make sure that you actually know what the reality of it is like. Basically, we don't just take on every property we see. We don't just take on any property. There's things you need to look at, because yes, people like to talk about the cash extensions, they like to talk about the £1,000 a month, but people don't like to speak about the people that are making losses. Some people have been taught by other coaches and they take on properties which are shit, and those properties which are shit lead to them having to use their own personal work income to cover those properties. So what you want to do, it's a great business to get into, and the potential, every time I'm talking about cash extensions, £1,000 plus a month, it's absolutely real. But of course, it depends on the properties that you're picking, right? So what I'd say is stay tuned. We're giving all the realest possible information. If you see it on our page, everything is legit, like the guidance of it. We don't do 10 minutes videos full of fluff. We give you straight value, and just stay tuned. More of it coming while we grow, while we expand. And yeah, thank you for your time.